What's up, everyone? Dirt Nasty here. Today, I want to talk a little bit about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I said that I was going to do a review at about 100 hours to get a good idea, a good snapshot of the game, but I'm sitting at 81 hours in this game right now, and there are so many things that need to be talked about. Um, there are some positives to this game. For example, I think that this is probably the most optimized for hardware game release in recent memory for Call of Duty. I've got friends that are running machines that are i5 3560 non-K version, 8 gigs of RAM, and a 750 Ti 2 gig, and has no problems playing this game and getting the frame rates that they need for the game to play properly. So I think it's well optimized for hardware. Um, but the things that I think we need to talk about in this game are numerous. Of course, this is not a Treyarch title, so I mean, got to take that with a grain of salt. But number one, the spawn system is broken in this game. Spawns are near enemies is just basically garbage. I mean, you should not be spawning near enemies all the time in these games. These maps, in some cases, are very small, and the movement window is pretty small, getting from one side of the map to the other. Another one, there's no dedicated server, so literally we're playing peer to peer. So the better your internet speeds, or the closer you are to the host of the game, the better your game's going to be. If you're further away, or if you have a limited bandwidth, you're pretty much going to have problems with this game. The third thing to talk about, there's no theater mode to record hacker trash. I mean, come on. We've got to be able to record these guys. The only thing that you can show when you're recording is your own kill cams and your own gameplay. And unless you're capturing these guys, um, during their kill cams and actually recording that portion of it to show any kind of, unusual behavior. But in hardcore mode, there's a lot of hackers in hardcore mode because there are no kill cams except for the final kill cam. I caught one person that looked like they were using an aimbot, and everybody talked about it in the match. Couldn't prove it until that final kill cam, and he killed 3 people in a matter of like 1 second. Two of those players were 180 degrees apart, and he got all 3 headshots, and it did that 180 snap to the head on that third player, and it was like right at the very end. So I managed to capture that. Um, so there's no VAC support in that instance either. We can't report anything. There's no VAC system in place. You can only report in game. We don't know whether or not they're actually looking at those reports at all. Another thing to talk about is there's no personal statistics, medals, accolades, whatever. Weapon stats like percentages of accuracy with weapons, how many kills you've got with whatever weapons, those kinds of things. None of those statistics are in the game yet. Okay. Uh, can't hand over party leader in a match if you want to leave the game. So if you want to leave the game, literally your party has to break apart and they have to re-lobby. Okay. You can't kick a random person who's joining your party and harassing you. This has happened to us before. Somebody just decided to join our party. You can't make the party private. You can't kick them out in the game. This needs to be added in as well. So there's no global or community stats to compare either. So we have no leaderboards. We don't know anything about who's doing what, who's better than who's better than, So some people that's important. They say it's coming soon, but it hasn't been there, it hasn't come yet. So the next one is the emblem creation. I think it's kind of cool to have it. It doesn't really matter to me, but again, it's not in the game yet. You would think after 3 years of development, this would have been included in the initial deployment, but it isn't. Okay, the next one to talk about is driving me insane. The hit registration is a roller coaster in this game. It's a joke. One match I can go 19-8. I've gone as high as 31-12 and get nothing but headshots almost every kill. And then the next match goes 6-20 and can't hit anything. I aim at a target first, I shoot first, and I get insta killed, and they just walk right over me over and over and over again. And it's like this every other match. You never know. And it's probably because of the host being chosen, the distance from the host, the ping, and all that stuff. So falls back to no dedicated servers. This insta kill thing is really getting stupid. The time to kill is ignorantly fast in these maps. These maps are too small. The motion is too fast for the time to kill in these games. So it needs to be changed a little bit. Weapon balance. Weapon balance is not equal. There are a lot of weapons in the ballistic category and the energy category that are not comparable. So I've played in team deathmatch and using a ballistic weapon with a hollow point and a rifled barrel, and I'm still not getting the kills that I would think that I would get using something like that or even FMJ for that matter. It doesn't matter. Either one of those two should bring more damage to the person that you hit. I'm still getting zapped by those high performance energy weapons like the ERAD, or the other weapon like the Type 2, which everybody seems to be putting in akimbo and hip firing the crap out of these matches. You know, the last thing I talk about is there's no penalty for or for accidental team kills in hardcore. They just spray and pray until they die, and then they die, and then they get up and they keep going. They're hip firing like crazy, spraying and praying every corner of the map, knowing that they won't get kicked out of the match. So yeah, they get killed and the team loses a kill, but overall they're not getting kicked out permanently from the match, which I think is something that needs to be put in to the game. So there's a lot of things that need to be fixed in this game to make it more enjoyable for the community. I know that there are still a lot of people out there who claim that they cannot play the game based on their hardware settings. So there's been some tweaks that people have published, some related to render resolution, some of them related to other things within the game. Take a look at those on the community forums. There are numerous ideas and concepts. People are also talking about the not getting the keys after matches. You know, some people saying they're getting, you know, like 10% key activity. You know, like they finish the match and they don't even get a tenth of a key. So I've heard that this is related to your Steam profile name convention. Is whether, you know, the length of the name, no more than like 15 characters, no special characters, no numbers, no spaces, no nothing like that. Just has to be letters. And supposedly it's worked for people that have done it. My name was always normal under 15 with just letters, and I think there was a couple of numbers in there too. So I think you can include numbers, but no special characters, no spaces and stuff like that. Just names and letters and numbers, no more than 15 characters in length. I've been getting anywhere from 1.5 to 3 keys per match, and it seems like as I rank up and progress in rank, I'm Prestige 1 level 29 or 30 right now. So I'm halfway to my second Prestige, and I've been getting anywhere from 1.5 to 3 keys per match. But it seems as I'm progressing in rank, it's slowing down, so it's probably getting closer to the 1.5 to 2 keys per match type thing. The very first weekend that they kicked off, they patched console. They patched them with tons of patches, and then we hear this information on Twitter via one of the developers that the delivery system and the patching is having issues, and so we're delayed on getting patches to the PC. That's degrading the community, and it's gotten crazy. I mean, so you know, the player base initially was only about 15,000 at the most an initial day of release, and that's not even a fraction of what it was. It's a fourth of what it was in Black Ops 3. Is 60,000, I think, is what Black Ops 3 was on initial release. So you're looking at a fourth of the player base. Now we're down to maybe just a couple thousand per day on PC. So if they don't do something quick, this game's going to die before the end of the Season 1 pass, which has never happened to a COD title before. We've always managed to eke out a full Season 1 of a Call of Duty, even if it's been garbage like Advanced Warfare or Ghost or other ones that people have complained about. We've always managed to get a full season out before the next title drops. So let's hope that they jump on top of this pretty quickly. They seem to be more focused on console than on PC, and I can understand why. The numbers are there. Console compared to PC, of course, PC has always been a small player base, but it's a dedicated base if you can keep us happy and if you can keep it running properly and working well for the players that are in it. So let's hope that they fix these problems and address them as quickly as possible. If not, we're going to be looking for another title to play, and it won't be Infinite Warfare. All right. Hey, thanks for listening, guys. Have a good day.